and welcome back to my channel. So this video we are going to be talking about all about the new foundations and concealers as well as powders from Morphe. So this video is going to be a first impression. It is not going to be a review. So keep in mind that, you know, if I'm keep wearing it for like the next week or two, my mind could probably change of how I feel about it now from then. What I am going to be doing though is in the description box, I'm going to put a little bit of a note of an update of how I'm still feeling about the foundations and the concealers. So definitely check that out if you still want to know like what my thoughts are a week or two after. But anyways, let's just jump right into the demo. Okay, I'm going to be priming and prepping my skin with things that I trust and I know will work good. So just to make sure if anything does go wrong with anything on my face, I know it's definitely either the foundation or the concealers. So for moisturizer, I'm going to be going into my Ole Henrik's C Rush Brightening Cream. I love this. It is a like, I don't know how to describe it. It smells like orange soda, like that orange ice cream that you would get at the ice cream truck. This smells so good. If you have normal, dry, oily skin, I'm telling you, this is going to work for you. So I just like to take a little bit of this and massage it into my skin. Going to quickly prime it. I'm going to be using my Benefit Professional. This is actually the Pearl Primer. I love this just equally as much as the other one that comes in like the green tube. Alright, so the main reason why you guys are here, let's apply the foundation. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of info about the foundation. So again, it is the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. The foundation is claiming to be 24-hour long wear, sweat-proof, transfer resistance, water resistance. It is free of oils, fragrance, and parabens, and it does say that it is great for all skin types. All right, let's open this. And this is what the foundation looks like. At the back, you have the shade name like you normally do, and you do get 1 fluid ounce, which is standard for any foundation. I just want to let you guys know how much I paid for it. So full price is $18 for the foundation, which is not a bad price. Also, Morphe always has 10% off. You know, every influencer basically has a 10% code. So I obviously used it and I did pay $16.20 for the foundation. So I really quickly wanted to share with you guys my experience trying to find my shade in this foundation because I know that's been a topic of conversation. So when I went on the website, in all honesty, I was overwhelmed because there are so many shades and I felt like there were so many shades that honestly that look the same. But from my understanding, they are the same shade, but what makes them different is the undertone. So I personally color matched myself to this shade, which is F3.60, and then I went back on the homepage website and I took their color match quiz. And by doing the quiz, it actually color matched me to the same shade as well, which is the same shade as Tamana from Dress Your Face. I'm sure you guys know who she is. All right, let's just start applying this. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of this on my tray here. I don't really know how much I need, but this is what it looks like. It's a bit runny, but that's what the color and the consistency looks like. I'm going to be applying this with my sponge. I was going to do half of my face with the brush, but in all honesty, I don't ever use a brush, so that just didn't make any sense for me to do. So let's just go in. Holy crap, I definitely am not going to need as much as I squeeze out. The coverage is insane. Let's just drag this down my neck and make sure everything looks together. So what do you guys think? So I only did this section of my face, so this section doesn't have any foundation. The color looks really good. Thank God I found a good match. I don't know, the foundation looks good on my skin. I can't deny that. Like, it covered up my marks really good. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I do have normal to dry skin, which is probably really important for you guys to know. If you guys know, I have been using like the retinol cream and stuff like that, so my skin has been a little bit on the dry side, and what I am noticing is it's kind of clinging to my dry patches on my chin right here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but honestly, so far, I am liking it. So let me just apply it everywhere else, and let's see. Like, the coverage is definitely there. A little bit does go a long way. So if you have like really, really dry skin, I don't know. I don't think you're going to like this foundation. What I am going to do, because I do have a lot left over because it is so full coverage, I definitely did not need this much. I'm going to take a little bit more and try to build it and see how that works. It's building really nicely. I have to give it that. Let me build a little bit more on my forehead because I feel like I didn't put enough. The only complaint that I have with this foundation is that wherever I have like dry areas on my face, it just doesn't look the best. Like on my forehead here, it's a bit dry and it's kind of clinging to my dry areas, as well as my chin, but my chin is kind of peeling, so I mean, it's more like a me problem. But if you do also have that issue where your skin is super duper dry, you're not gonna like this foundation. Straight up, just gonna tell you. Also, my skin does feel a little tacky, so I'm definitely gonna have to set this foundation with a powder. I don't know. I feel like if you keep applying more, you keep applying more layers, it can definitely look heavy and like cakey on your skin. So just be careful of that because of how full coverage it is. All right, let's move on to concealer while this is kind of settling into my skin a little bit more. And I got the shade C2.65. I will say I had a really hard time finding my concealer shade. Also, the concealer is $9. After the promo code, I did pay $8.10 for it. So just letting you guys know. You do get 0.15 fluid ounces, and the doe foot applicator is a standard applicator. So let's apply this. So I always apply it right here. It feels thick, but like it's easy to like spread out, which I appreciate. Sorry, I just had to like take a break because my camera was like shaking like crazy and I didn't know why and I didn't even realize. So in the meantime, I did end up blending out my forehead as well as my chin area. And what I did notice was that it blended out really easy and quickly, but I'm starting to see a little bit of separation on the sides of my mouth, and that's not good because that is my problem area. On my forehead, it's just starting to look a little bit cakey. So, I mean, that's just kind of what I'm noticing right now. I don't know if it's because I waited too long to blend out the concealer on my nose, but with me trying to blend this out, it's actually picking up some of the foundation and kind of taking it off. So, I mean, it could have been my own fault, but just letting you guys know that is happening. A lot of creasing isn't going on at the moment, but I definitely do have to set this. So, I'm going to quickly go into my Laura Mercier powder and set it. My skin is matte. Like, there is absolutely no dewiness to this foundation at all. So I'm gonna go in with the powder that I picked up from them, and this was $12 and I ended up paying $10.80 for it, and this is called the Filter Effect finishing powder. The shade that I got is #filter10, and this is what that looks like. This is honestly a true color of what the powder looks like in real life. On the other side, you actually do get a little bit of a powder puff, which actually says Morphe. It feels okay. I personally don't use them, so I'm gonna use this powder and set the rest of my face. Lots of product. Let's just press it in. Okay, I like the powder. I have no complaints with this. It does give you a little bit of color as well as a little bit of a coverage, which I like. What I do want to do is apply a little bit of bronzer and a little bit of blush and kind of see how everything is sitting on top of the foundation, and then I'll give you guys my like final like first impression of everything. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into a setting spray. This is from Pixi. This is the Makeup Fixing Mist. It has rose water and green tea. I'm going into this because I feel like it has, like, my face just looks super powdery and like tight, and I just want all of the powder to kind of sink into and melt into my skin. So I'm just going to go in with this. Okay, that honestly made the world of a difference. Okay, my final thoughts are that I like it. I like the concealer, I like the foundation, and I like the powder. I really like the powder. I don't know if I'm at the point where like I love the concealer or love the foundation. I think the next time I use it, I am definitely going to moisturize a lot more than what I did today, because it just looks crazy around my chin area and my mouth as well as my forehead. What I will say, the number one thing is that I feel like if you keep applying this foundation and keep working with it, it can look very cakey and very heavy on your skin very quickly. Also, if you have dry skin, I do not think at all you're gonna like this foundation at all. If you do not like matte foundations, you're not gonna like this foundation. All in all, I do not regret buying it. I will just say be careful with what kind of skin type you have. Moisturize really good, and also kind of keep in mind it is a matte full coverage foundation, so if you do not like full glam, you're not gonna like this foundation. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!